Hey, it's Spence, the evil genius.
Okay, hey guys, it's Spence from WP Launchify. I'm back. I did a little live broadcast on the way. One of my clients and friends, Deneen, has a shop on Arlington Heights that had a person who does some body work and healing and stuff. I went out to experience that, and it really worked out well. I feel a lot better. I had a lot of things from this last week of working hard. Today, I want to give you a quick update with me and Fernando, because I feel like my live thing yesterday got missed because I really had the truck backed up, and I explained a lot of it today. But the outcome is good. The outcome is good because I want to share with you something now that is really a big jump for anybody who is developing in WordPress using MinuteLaunch system. And this is our new MinuteLaunch Canvas Block. I also want to share with you again, on stage here, I've got, this is not Bernardo or Fernando. This is, I don't have a name for this one. This is Fernando's cousin who is doing the Canvas Block development with me. And what we've got is a new tool inside of the WordPress sites. And this is what it looks like. Now, I introduced this a while ago. This is the replacement for Spence Style. I'm going to have to say, Fernando, you've got to move, buddy. Okay. On the right-hand side here, let me zoom in a bit. We've got the new Canvas Block, and I have been getting incredible results compared to using page builders doing pixel perfect design. Here's what happened. Spence Style was my first idea, and it worked out well for everybody, of connecting a desktop agentic tool to WordPress in order to have specialty publication capabilities. That means that outputting directly in HTML and CSS for the fastest, most perfect outcome possible, regardless of how you created it, that's what every browser outputs anyway. This is a way to escape the clutches of the page builders or even needing to know how to code. The problem with Spence Style was, and is, that it wasn't perpetual. If you stopped using MinuteLaunch or had a disconnection, Spence Style just, it was there, but it couldn't be seen. Hold on, baking soda spray. Still nursing the laryngitis. Spence Style also, while it could be picked up very easily by MinuteLaunch Claude MCP, sometimes got, you had to fight with it to get it to be recognized. And I just didn't like it. So I came up with this instead, which has 3 benefits. Number 1, very simple, very clean. It is just a Gutenberg block called MinuteLaunch Canvas Block. Number 2, which means it lives in the native content area. Number 2, it has still HTML or CSS, but just like an old friend of mine, CodePen, which I used years ago in MinuteLaunch to teach people how to do awesome stuff. If you've never used CodePen, CodePen is a way where you can build cool stuff and share it with people, right? So if I look at, I'm just going to come up with a random CodePen here. Let's see if there's one. I don't know if anybody's got one. CodePen has 3, I don't know why they're not showing it here. If I go to code, it has 3 boxes, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And you can just type into it, go, hey there. And it immediately can show on the screen. You can run it and see what you've got. And it was a great way for me to teach people how to learn and build with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So using the same concept here, MinuteLaunch Canvas Block allows you to use HTML, which, by the way, can include JavaScript in it. That's why I'm not doing 3 boxes. CSS to style it. And then this is the best part. The preview allows a human being to come in and make the kind of edits that you really need. Like, I don't need to edit this from square one. I just need to go, I want to change some words. And if I want to do more than that, I can still just work with the HTML and CSS or have the LLM help me out. For example, I don't need to know how to do CSS, but I could say, hey, Claude, hey, Fernando, change the heading 1 to white. Or if I wanted, I could just go here where it says hero, and I can just know enough CSS if I care to go, color FFF important. Now, you guys don't need to know that stuff, but the point is, it's easy for the tool to help you build stuff, and as a human, you can see enough to edit it. Here's the best part. It also allows controls over the layout. So, for example, if I want to build pages, I can myself immediately in the block control hiding header, hiding footer, hiding the page title, hiding and making it full width canvas, which makes it really easy to do anything I want, mix and match on a page. And also now, because it's in a canvas, in a Gutenberg block, it's even easier if I want. I can add traditional blocks above and below, right? So if I don't know if I have cadence in here, but if I were to use one of these pre-made doodads, let's say from the pattern library, it's super easy now. I can just go, hey man, add this bud above and my thing below, and I'm good to go, or vice versa. Okay, so from a layout standpoint, it makes it super easy for humans, but it's really, the skill is basically when you're working with your guy. So I'm going to say here to Fernando's cousin, hey, listen, I'm doing my live with Spence and Fernando. Can you demonstrate creating a page? Make a fun page. Let's do, I don't know, make a page that says, hey gang, it's Fernando's cousin, and then come up with a name for yourself and show yourself waving on the screen and make it a full width panel. Alexa, cancel. Make it a full width panel. I have a house full of robots. Make it a full width panel and make the background green and make the heading one a nice contrasting color that's not dark. Alexa, cancel. Do you guys have robots running? While he's doing that, I'm going to turn off the cooker. I just talked to Alexa and she said, I'm sorry, Dave, I cannot do that. So here's the bottom line. I've got cursor connected here. The tool has a deep integration with the MCP that we're connecting with so that it understands exactly how to use the block. This is different than like scrambling or fighting with other things. And he's made a new page here exactly as I wish. Now, he has other tools like image creation. He can go in my library, get a cool library image. He can do a million other things. But the point I'm saying is he can do everything I want. And then if he did this, when I look under the hood, this is the coolest part. See, he's using just this block. So Spence, the human, comes in and goes, oh, hey, everyone. You see? Super mix of me, the human, with my assistant here. So if it's hard, I have him do it. Now, here's the beauty of this. This is HTML and CSS. There's no pre-processing. There's no complex CSS. This is the fastest thing on the planet because it's not even using cadence to output under the hood, with the exception of the outer shell, which of course we have to have something as a theme in WordPress. And I like cadence because it gives a lot of, granular controls, but you're not really needing to use the theme anymore. You're just essentially using the tool by itself. You can even do complex things. And I'm working on a project here that I feel bad. I was talking in my video today. This is one of the clients I feel bad about because I've been trying to recreate their homepage. And their homepage was really wild. I mean, they're wonderful human beings and a great company. But for example, and I hope I'm not making any conversation here, but they asked me for help in rebuilding the site because it was done with Buddy Boss and some stuff. Their current site has a lot going on, moving left, moving right, up and down, etc. I've been trying to impress them, and I'm unfortunately taking a lot of time, and some of these things I'm still working on. But what I'm suggesting is when I'm working with the tool, I'm even able to get this kind of stuff going on. I mean, there's nuances here, of course, but this isn't just like, simple, plain black and white page. We're doing all of this, just me talking. And the benefit of this, I think, and this is what I want to share with you guys, is the benefit of this is that I am trying to move myself and my trusted clients, my agency clients, my end user clients into a world where we do things better, faster. Because right now, for example, I'm just going to go back and say, if I like this, I want to do something else. Okay. I can say, make another panel. Okay. I love what you're doing. Make a second panel. This is a section below the green. Make it white. Make it 2 columns. put a picture in the left-hand column, find a picture of me, maybe go to MinuteLaunch.com or use your tool to search me out somewhere else like WP Launchify or whatever. In the right-hand column, put 5 checked bullet list items with big check boxes next to them as to why it's awesome for human beings to work with their favorite LLM using the MinuteLaunch Canvas Block, and why this is a system, MinuteLaunch, is going to save so much time. So make a second panel below the green one. Let's see what you do on the same page. So what I'm doing is called prompt engineering. Instead of me moving my mouse around and spending hours doing that, I create something with the tool using the technology that I, as a developer, am able to kind of merge the worlds. And then as I learn how he works, I'm going to have him give me a skill document. His skill document is not only going to be built into the plugins, not logic or knowledge, but it's going to be something that I'm going to host at MinuteLaunch for you and everybody else to use. So imagine me as a guy who's running a virtual agency of workers that you can hire for your business, starting at $197 a month, that do every possible thing you ever dreamed they could do for yourself and your clients. And they're unlimited amount of intelligence and knowledge, because the skills they need are being built by thousands of other people, and they can instantly access it. And that, to me, is awesome, because you know what's going to happen to the humans? The humans are not going to be out of a job. The humans that are doing like drag the mouse around work now are going to be talking to the microphone work. That's it. When we had the turn of the century and the looms came around, the Luddites were famously breaking the looms, saying we're out of business because we can't sew anymore. Truth is, all they need to do is learn how to use the looms. That's it. It still requires the human eye, the skill, the knowledge, the relationship stuff. That's the point. And this is my version of adding to the world. So he needs to fix the image. Now, I'm going to give you an image to use because my image is broken, and I think it's broken because maybe I didn't turn on your image tools. Do you have access to a URL? You have an image of me at WPLaunchify.com. Can you please put that in with the link direct? So what happens is he's able to understand most stuff. If I asked him to look, he would have seen that error. But look what he did for me. He did 5 items. He did copywriting. He laid it out logically. I didn't have to spend all day. Notice what he's doing on the left side. He's using his vision that I've enabled in his setup here to check out what's available at WP Launchify, and he'll grab an image of me, which I think I have in the contact section. Let's see, he's scrolling down the page. I could make it easier for him and I could just give him the URL, but I want you guys to see how he works. In addition to this, he has tools that are built in that I don't think I have enabled here. That's why I think he's not using them, but let's see, hold on. Inside of MinuteLaunch Suite is the MinuteLaunch Image Edit. See, I don't have it enabled. Inside of here is a tool that if I enabled it, he'd be able to use. It's called MinuteLaunch Image Editor. He could make an image, or he could search for an image, or he could get it from the media library. I just am showing him without that. So I'm telling him to grab it. Oh, he's asking me for help. So watch this. I'll do spencerforeman.com. I'll just grab an image here. I'll just grab it from the internet. So let's use this one. Okay. Copy the URL. Now, again, I've shown in other videos, it's easy for him to get the real images or make the images. So I'm not going to worry about that part. You've seen that. But if I give him the image, he'll just put that in there. And that's what's awesome too. In some of my recent videos this last week, I was showing how he's not only able to diagnose the pages pixel perfect, but when he can build, he can learn from his mistakes. And as he learns from his mistakes, like I'll show you here, I'm going to have him write the document. So that's the second takeaway from today. When you get success or failure, have him analyze his own work and write a document explaining why he did what he did and whether it was good or bad. That makes him better, or her better, or it better, whichever you choose, the next time around. I also have auto memory enabled for mine, which is helpful. I use auto memory to store it, but it's not required. And I do see that, like yesterday, Anthropic upgraded their memory so that you don't now have to be inside of a project to have a better memory. You can just ask it to remember the last chat. So there we go. He even made it a little dynamic. Now here's the final step. Highest of fives, my brother. Do me a favor, demonstrate for people how we share this for the future. Number one, set in memory, in your auto memory, of how you did this. Number two, write a skill document for yourself so you understand exactly what we did and why you did it, including the part about getting images and stuff, because I gave you an unfair disadvantage because I didn't turn on your image tools. Number three, give me an HTML5 document that I can go publish at MinuteLaunch, but give it to me here first that is in the style of MinuteLaunch. Use your memory. So recall your memory, how we do those styles, about exactly how another LLM can use this tool to publish pages like you did using the Canvas block. So what I did is I very specifically said, you're awesome. Remember this. Create a skill. Give me the skill in a format that, if you check your memory, we've done before. So you don't give me that stupid black on blue, gradient, looks like an LLM kind of design. He knows what I mean when I say in MinuteLaunch style. He's writing it out. And when he's done, he's going to be smarter, but then the next guy's going to be smarter, and the next woman, and the next, or whatever I don't know what the genders are here. I'm not going to get into that. But the next LLM is going to be smarter, and you, with your LLM at home or in the office, smarter too. So the last part is, after today's conversation and after meeting with this lady, we had a long talk after she did some of this body work on me. It became very clear to me that I can just chill out knowing that I'm very comfortable doing the right thing by all of my clients, even the ones that I'm unfortunately making wait a little longer to get stuff done, because I really feel this is the future for me. This is where I can create something that, for WordPress professionals, businesses, enterprise, anybody who's interested in moving to the future, I have the skills and the tools and the interest to build something that will influence in a positive way humanity. I know that building web pages and stuff isn't the biggest thing, but there's an infinite number of other things this does for running businesses, for converting data, for doing things on a practical level, for mental and physical health and well-being and so forth. And I just love doing this. I mean, as a human being, I love doing this. This is like being a kid, where instead of building radio control model airplanes, or when I was younger, Lego blocks, this is like the same idea, except I'm being able to share this now with all of you in a real way. And it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm making the world a better place. And I don't need to worry so much about the everyday today, because I am a human being with a physical body. So I need to give myself a little leeway and not burn the candle too hard at both ends. But at the same time, I am eager to continue getting this out. So he wrote the skill document, he's writing the MinuteLaunch document, but he can also publish it. And then we're going to be done for today. And I'm going to go have chicken with my son and take him to his driver's ed. And you guys can get on with your day. So let's see what we got. By the way, StreamYard has a new format. StreamYard has a new vertical and horizontal at the same time. Not on this video, but on the next video, I'm supposedly going to be allowed to see it. So he has the file. Okay, use the MinuteLaunch Canvas block and publish it here on new ML cursor as well, so we can see it immediately. Now, the other thing I didn't mention, but I just want to clarify, because the HTML and the CSS are independent from the theme and so forth, and because we can have the full width canvas, you can take something from one site to the next, to the next, to the next. It's completely agnostic and independent, which is something that's a really liberating thing. If you are an agency who is trying to keep up with hundreds of customers, guess what? You have now an ever-growing inventory of solutions in ready-made format that can be just grabbed and used for customers, whether it's for marketing, automation, sales funnels, checkouts, thank you pages, etc. even personal web applications. Because by liberating yourself and your tools from the theme and all the nuances of each individual site, you now can just use it anywhere. And your tool can put it in place, which is the even better part. Okay, so he's putting it on a new page. And I will go eat dinner and spray some more saline in my throat. I think I'm getting better with the laryngitis. We'll see. By the way, when just finishing up a live video and we're going to eat. That's my human son. He's got his first day of driver's ed today. Okay, let's see if it spits out. He's cranking it out. Let's go. Make it happen. Fernando's cousin. What's your name again? I don't know if he named himself. He says it's Claude. You're not Claude. We have a Claude. What's a new name? Okay, come on, baby. Oh, I should have told him, by the way, and that would have been fair. You know, FYI, you can publish HTML with CSS inline. You don't have to separate it out. You can just put it in the HTML block. That's something that I'm learning right now. I just realized that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to split it up. He doesn't need to do that. There we go. See, I reminded him of that. So now he can spit it out real fast. I should have known that, but I'm a little tired. There we go. Come on, baby. This is so much easier. Right, just one big lump. The reason he can spit it as a lump is because the HTML CSS separate is for me. It's not for him. Okay. ML Canvas Block. Now he's trying to see, he's lost his mind there. He's going off, use the MCP. See, he like literally while we're talking, just went, I got this tool called PowerShell. Let me write a script. Sometimes you as a human have to stand over him and make sure he's using the tools that he's got. That's probably what sent him into la la land there. I can't do anything about it. That's just the nature of how this works. But when you start to recognize it, you can put into his rules. You say, like, remind yourself never to do that. It doesn't always work, but it works most of the time. Just like sometimes, like today, I grabbed my sunglasses, my faraway glasses, and my computer glasses. And I was thinking to myself, where's my sunglasses? And they were just hanging on my shirt. I gave him an easy task, so I don't want you guys to be misunderstanding what's happening. This is not something you have to sit here and wait 45 minutes for. He's hung up on something stupid. You're hung up. Just publish it. I think he's just having one of those moments where he goes like in a circle for a second. There we go. You saw how fast he published the other stuff. It's just when when LLMs connect, they don't actually do linear lines like da, 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 da. That's for humans' benefit. They just spit it out. I'm curious. I don't know what's happening. This is weird because he created 5-10 pages in a row with no problem, and suddenly he's having a conniption. While he's doing that, just because I want to go eat dinner, I'm just going to show you how I do it manually, which is equally fun and easy, sometimes faster. I just copy this. I just go over here. I say new page where I've got the canvas block. That's all I do, right? This is a skill, how to use canvas block. Put in the canvas block by typing ML canvas block, paste in the HTML. I can preview it if I want. He did not follow my rules, which is, again, I like to call did the bed. He took an S in the bed, but nevertheless, it did get us the information. And this is the first day out with this, so I'm going to make sure I put some things in there to make it a little better. Hopefully this is fascinating and help you guys move forward as well. I'll see you on tomorrow's video.